Acceptable forms of ID. As a notary, properly identifying the signer is a legal requirement and one of your most critical responsibilities. In this lesson, you'll learn which forms of identification are legally acceptable and how to evaluate them to ensure compliance with your state's laws and professional standards. In our first lesson, we will learn about why identification matters. What is your legal responsibility? Notaries must verify the identity of every signer to deter fraud and maintain the integrity of notarized documents. Accepting improper or expired identification can result in legal liability and disciplinary action. Exam tip: you must know which IDs are acceptable under your specific state laws. This is one of the most commonly tested areas on the notary exam. Next, what makes an ID acceptable? To be considered acceptable, an ID generally must be government-issued, current or issued within the past 5 years. Include a photo, physical description, signature, and identifying number. Here are common examples. Take note that this may vary from state. Driver's license, U.S. passport, state-issued ID card, U.S. military ID, and foreign passport with proper immigration status. Exam tip: some states allow foreign passports only if stamped by the U.S. immigration authorities. Always verify. Next, we will learn about the step-by-step ID verification process. Step 1. Ask for the ID before starting. Always request and inspect the signer's ID before proceeding with the notarial act. Rationale: ensures you are not notarizing for an imposter. Step 2. Examine key features. Check the following. Photo: must clearly match the person in front of you. Expiration date: must be current or within the allowed grace period. Signature: should match the one on the document. And security features: look for holograms, watermarks, etc. to spot fakes. Common mistake: accepting expired or photocopied IDs. These are usually not valid unless your state specifically permits them. Step 3. Compare the signer to the ID. Confirm that the person standing in front of you matches. Facial features, height and weight, and signature style. If you have doubt, stop the notarization. Always trust your judgment. Let's have a mini check. A signer presents a passport that expired 6 months ago. Your state allows IDs issued in the past 5 years. Can you accept it? Answer is yes, because it falls within the 5-year window and meets the other criteria. What if they don't have acceptable ID? If the signer lacks proper identification, many states allow credible witnesses, typically 1 or 2 witnesses who personally know the signer. Witnesses must provide valid ID and sign an affidavit confirming the signer's identity. Exam tip: know your state's rules on the use of credible witnesses. Some allow only 1, others require 2. Next, we'll see examples of state-specific variations. California accepts U.S. driver's license, passport, inmate ID from CA Department of Corrections, and more. Florida, similar list, but includes Canadian and Mexican driver's licenses as valid. Texas allows concealed handgun licenses. Remember, always refer to your state's notary handbook for the exact list of accepted IDs. Common mistake: using a one-size-fits-all list of IDs. Laws do differ by state. Last lesson will be about documenting the ID. Here are some best practices. Record the type of ID, issuing agency, ID number, and expiration date in your notary journal. Never photocopy the ID unless your state explicitly allows it. Exam tip: on test questions about journals, choose the answer that shows proper, detailed recording without copying sensitive information. Final recap: here are some key takeaways we have learned from this lesson. Only accept valid government-issued IDs that include a photo, signature, and description. Check state-specific rules. Lists of acceptable IDs can vary widely. If no ID is available, credible witnesses may be used depending on your jurisdiction. Always record ID details in your journal clearly and completely. Never accept expired, photocopied, or unverifiable identification unless clearly allowed by your state law.